Okay, hi guys. Now, this week's segment on In Gear is something completely different. We're not in KL, we're actually all the way up north in Perlis because we are going to be meeting up with a very prolific car collector. I'm actually sitting in a room which could possibly be one of the largest car libraries in the country. It's quite special indeed, and we'll also have a look at the cars outside. But hey, here's Dr. Sedu. Dr. Sedu, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Okay, so in the X number of years that you've been buying and collecting cars, how many vehicles have you owned?
I think it's about 100 over vehicles.
100 over vehicles?
Yes.
Right. Normally, most men would say, I cannot do so much because my wife will make noise. I understand that you lost your dear wife a couple of years back.
Yes.
But before that,
I had a very supportive wife.
oh, you're very lucky you.
Yeah. She did not interfere in my interests and hobbies. She was very supportive and then gave me all the support through in collecting cars. Because she too liked cars.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Match made in heaven. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Okay, so can you remember what was the first car that you actually bought?
The first car I bought was a Mark 1 Jaguar.
Your first car
My
was a
first
Mark
car,
1 Jaguar.
And I drove the car all through from Kuala Lumpur up to Perlis when I was posted here. And it served well for many years till I sold it off to buy a Mark II.
Right.
And at that time I bought two Mark IIs. That was in 1973 and 74. Consecutively I had two Mark IIs. And then in that period I also bought a Mark 10 from the Raja of Perlis. That was a Mark 10, which was a 3.8 Mark 10. There are two versions of the Mark 10. There's a 3.8 and a 4.2. My number was BH3665. At that time, the Raja of Perlis gave me the number, and I bought the car for only $1,500.
Is there an estimation of what that figure would be in today's money?
Today's term is about 90 to 100,000.
90 to 100,000, yeah?
Yes.
And now, fast forward to 2014, you have several cars, yeah, in your collection.
Yes.
And most of them are parked outside, but you've also got a couple
in the workshops.
In the workshops as
Some
well.
in KL also.
Right. But outside, you can see a lot of Jags still.
Yes.
So you've maintained your fascination with Jaguars.
Jaguars, that's
Why?
right. I was working in UK also at that time, and I had a friend who always came from UK and gave me all the stipulation. Asked me to drive his cars initially when I was a houseman, and I got infatuated with the Jaguars because of its grace, space and pace.
Right, grace, space and pace. Okay, grace I understand. You cannot have an event like rolling up in a Jaguar.
Yes.
Space, of course, it's a Jag, so it's supposed to be a luxury barge.
Yes.
But pace?
Yes.
I thought only Jaguars of now were known for their pace.
No, even then it was considered very fast at 110 and 120 or 130 miles
per hour.
Yes.
Right.
Those days it was all British units, and then we were flabbergasted by the 130, 120. So we got infatuated with those cars.
Right.
And then it has a name. Wherever you go, people look at you for the cars that at that time, because our country was still under the British influence, very colonial, Jaguars were marketed by Warren Brothers in Jalan Pudu. So I bought my first Mark 1 from Jalan Pudu at Warren Brothers for $400.
Brand new.
It's a second hand.
Second hand, right. So the cars that you have outside, in brief, you have two XJs out there.
I have two XJs and one XJS in KL is a 5.3 V12. V12. This is a XJ6 3.6. This is a 3.6 and the other one is a V12.
Right. And you've also got the sedans. Yes.
The sedan is a 3.4 and I have another sedan which is also 4.2, which is in the workshop.
Do you drive them regularly?
Yes, I do drive them very regularly.
But what about Saabs?
Saabs has the resilience, the safety, the compliance, and the comfort. It has the best seats actually.
Ah, right.
Yes, the best seats.
Okay.
You feel very orthopedically designed. The seats are very orthopedically designed, and you feel very comfortable sitting in it actually.
Right. Okay. And you also have a Fiat out there as well.
I have two Fiats. One is here is a 131 single cam Mirafiori. And the other one is a 131 twin cam Mirafiori.
Twin cam, eh?
Twin cam.
Right, right. But your Italian passion doesn't stop there.
Yes.
Of course, to me at least, you're
the crown in the collection.
Yes, the jewel in the crown is the
Tomaso Pantera
Pantera,
GTS.
Yes.
Which is a 1970, I think it's a 70 model.
Well, that basically sums up the collection that we saw outside, and you've got a couple more
in the
workshops.
Yes,
and
yes,
all.
yes.
Final question, Doctor. For a car collector, a lot of people will be saying, when you're dealing with classic cars, it's dangerous, it's risky because you're dealing with unreliable machines and all that. But clearly and evidently, you drive your cars on a regular basis. What is the secret?
The secret is that if you drive new cars, you will not know the idiosyncrasies of the cars. But when you drive old cars, it's very nostalgic and you'll know the pitfalls. You become a better person, a more skillful driver, knowing the faults of the cars.
Right. And that's it, yeah?
That's
and to maintain it and to keep it going, does it require a lot?
Yes, it requires a lot of money, and if you want to keep the car in very perfect condition, but it also entails a lot of hard work and passion.
Doctor, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor.
Yes.
Well, there you have it. One of the best, in my opinion, car collections in the country from a regular guy. I mean, we're not talking about royalty or anything like that. We're talking about a regular guy who could be you and I. And if he can have a car collection like this, so can you. It's all about the passion. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Stay with us on In Gear. We've got a lot more stuff for you.